Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're continuing our Democratic UK run. Naturally, if you haven't watched it yet, make sure to check out the first part of this run to see exactly how we got to this point and how we completely destroyed Germany in World War II. I will also include a link to the playlist in the description. In today's video, we will be talking about the necessary steps to take in order to achieve the Imperial Federation as a democratic United Kingdom, as well as some of the potential expansion paths after World War II. The Imperial Federation allows us to annex and core all of our dominions, which is great, of course. Unfortunately, as a democracy, our options for aggressive expansion are very limited, meaning we will not be able to continue this run for much longer, or to use the additional manpower and resources we get from our dominions. Do not worry, however, because we are far from done with the United Kingdom. I have an upcoming Fascist UK guide in which aggressive expansion is basically all we will be doing. It will be a lot of fun. Before we start, as usual, if you're enjoying the content I make, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, feel free to let me know in the comments if you have any doubts or suggestions for further improvements. Now that's all for the introduction, so let's get into our first moves for Democratic UK after World War II. And there is already something quite important that I need to mention. Now, in terms of expansion, since we are a democracy, we are bound to only fabricate claims on countries which generated war tension, and especially we need, as you can see, the war tension to be at 100% in order to justify a war goal. And that can be tricky. In fact, in this case, usually at the end of World War II is the highest you can get in terms of war tension. But in this case, we don't quite have 100%. To be honest, usually in my test runs, I always had 100% war tension at the end of World War II. If you're very close to 100%, like in this case, but not at 100%, there are a couple of things that you can do to increase it a little bit more. It's a very small margin. One thing we can do is we can revoke our guarantee from Turkey, and that will increase the war tension by 0.7 and bring it to 99%. And then another thing we can do is we can send volunteers to China or to Japan. I will send 5 to China in this case. If I send volunteers to China, like these ones, with maybe air volunteers as well, it will generate 1% threat. Which means we will get to 100% as soon as they accept. Okay, there we go, 100%. Well, this doesn't really matter. Now, at 100% war tension, you're able to fabricate claims. And this is the only part of the run, basically, in which you will be able to do so. What claims can you fabricate? Well, if someone like Bulgaria, for example, did not, or Hungary, did not join the war, then you can fabricate a claim on them. Another important claim you can fabricate is on the Soviet Union. And finally, you can also fabricate a claim on Japan. Okay, now, what is the issue with this and what are my suggestions? The main issue is, let's check with the Soviet Union, it's the best example. As you can see, justifying on the Soviet Union will generate 27% war tension. That's massive, that's really huge. And, well, we wouldn't care, except, actually, our Dominion's opinion of us is affected by the war tension we generated. Now, since we want to complete the Imperial Federation, and when picking the Imperial Conference focus, we will get a -100 opinion from all vassals, we risk them refusing the Imperial Federation if we generated too much war tension. So the safest option, in my opinion, is not to justify any war goal. Or if anything, really only on Bulgaria, because Bulgaria generates only 6% war tension. But if you do it on the Soviet Union, it's very likely that your dominions will refuse the annexation in the peace conference, or will refuse the peace conference, which is not great. So if you want to go for the Imperial Federation, I would suggest not fabricating any claims. And if you just wait, at some point Japan will declare war on you, on the Dutch East Indies, on Malaya, so you still get to take part of Japan. But other than that, I would not go for further expansion. Now, since in this particular run we are not going to attack the Soviet Union, I will reload the save, because at this point there is no need to send volunteers to China or revoke the guarantee from Turkey. So let's talk about the other things that you will need to do in any case, whether you want to invade the Soviet Union or Japan or not. So at this point, right after the war, what we're going to do is, first of all, we blocked the Mediterranean Sea regions, and now it's time to unblock them. So let's reopen the access to these regions. Then we're going to prepare for Japan, because Japan at some point, in any case, will attack us. And I like to use my tanks for Japan, although it's a naval invasion. And you will say, well, you shouldn't use tanks for a naval invasion. Yeah, you're right, but we will do it anyway. So we're going to send our tanks to Hong Kong. And we're also going to gather our fleet. Okay, I still hate fleets. Okay, we'll gather all of our fleet and then we will send it to Singapore. Then later on to Hong Kong, but we don't want to put everybody in here or they will die of attrition. So Singapore is a bit of a safer bet initially. And then we'll move them to either this region of France or Singapore to invade Japan. Now, in terms of production, we are happy with the production of T2 at 40, but let me upgrade the design. Then we're going to set the production of C2 to 15. We go for something like 50 F2. Actually, no, we go for 25 F2, and then everything else we put on mechanized. So all future factories on mechanized, and then the production should look like this. Let's adjust the trade. At this point, I would stop all imports, and then I would start importing again, but only from subjects. Remember also to import some oil, at least from Malaya. And then we take this from... no, this we don't need, we take this. So try to import most stuff from Malaya or Italy, not from the other dominions, because we don't want to increase their autonomy. And speaking of autonomy, we're also going to start building infrastructures in all of the dominions to decrease their autonomy. Try to spread them around a little bit, so a bit in South Africa, a bit in Canada, a bit in Australia. And New Zealand is already full. Let's see if we can build some military factories. We cannot. Air bases we can. Okay, let's build something just to decrease their autonomy. That's the only goal. India should be fine in terms of autonomy. So we just care about the other ones. Okay, and that's pretty much it, so we can continue, although what I want to do is, once our tanks are moving in place, I will also start planning the naval invasion, and we're going for groups of 5 in this case. We're going for a naval invasion of the area of Nagasaki. Actually, you can go for 2 regions like these. And then you can go for something like this and make sure to take Nagasaki. That will not happen very soon, so for now we don't care and we can just continue. Ready. I do want the last 2 to go as well, though. Not a lot of action in this part of the run, in the rest of the run, unfortunately, because we are not going to justify claims. By the way, as you can see, the war tension is decreasing very quickly, so the only window of opportunity that you have to go after the Soviet Union, Japan, and Bulgaria, or whatever else, is right after the war. If you cannot do it at that time, unfortunately, you probably will never be able to do it. I would suggest accepting the Netherlands in the allies, because Japan will attack them before you. And at this point, we are going to start picking the focus suppress subjects. Pay attention to this one. This one is important. We cannot go for the Imperial conference yet because we don't have Lord Halifax. And without him, as you can see down here, India will always reject unless you also get the developed Raj and Indian autonomy. So we save 2 focuses by taking suppressed subjects for a little bit longer, and then very shortly our leader will die and we will change to Halifax. There we go, Chamberlain is dead, so we need to pick a new leader, and despite the amazing Winston, and despite Churchill being amazing, we are going to pick Halifax, because in this way we save 2 focuses that we would otherwise need. So let's pick Lord Halifax and immediately switch from suppressed subjects to hold the Imperial Conference. At this point, what I would also recommend doing is improve relations with all dominions. So we go with Canada, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and India itself. Now, improved relations helps a lot because you will get to a plus 100 total from improved relations. And when the conference starts, again, you get a minus 100 to their opinion of you. If their opinion of you is 90, well, if their opinion of you is 100, they will always accept the Confederation. If it is 90, they will accept if you spend some political power, 25. And if their opinion is at least 80, they will accept even if... no, they will accept as long as you spend 50 political power to increase the chances they accept. If it is below 80, there is a chance that they refuse no matter how much political power you invest in it. But we got that covered, don't worry. We'll talk about the conference again in a little bit. Not much else that we will be doing in the meantime. Another thing we can do at this point is we can replace the motorized with mechanized in our armor divisions. We probably don't have enough yet, but we will get them soon, so we can proceed. See, that's the new notification system that they added with the last patch. Okay, here we go. It's time for the Imperial Conference. So let me talk about it a little bit. Now, first of all, as you can see, with the Imperial Conference, we get a minus 100 opinion from all dominions. So that's the first thing to pay attention to. The second thing is we cannot pick the Imperial Federation yet and will not be able to pick it anytime soon. So in the meantime, we go for suppressed subjects. Now, what we want to do is we want to check our dominions and see their opinion of us. So, for example, Canada loves us, plus 100. Australia, plus 91, it's still okay. New Zealand, plus 100. South Africa is at plus 100. And the Raj is at plus 100. Now, if you need to increase their opinion even further, you can do so by guaranteeing their independence. So that will increase their opinion of you a little bit more. But if the situation is already good, as it is now, what else? Another thing you can do is you can discuss all of the other topics, Imperial defense, trade, economy, appeasement, before you go for the Imperial Federation. Now, each one of these topics will give some bonuses to your puppets and to you, which are pretty convenient because before annexing them, they will have a boosted economy, boosted trade. So by the time you annex them, they will actually have more resources, more stuff. So I would recommend doing all of these ones before the Imperial Federation. But of course, the Imperial Federation is the one we really care about. Now, another advantage of doing the other ones first is that each one that is accepted by them will increase their opinion of you, overall increasing the chances that they accept the final one. So in this case, let's assume that their opinion of you is not as good as it is in my game. So let's go for each one of them, and let's also spend maximum political power. So every time you pick one, you get this decision. You can spend no political power, 25 political power, 50 political power. No political power means only the ones with 100 opinion of you are guaranteed to accept. 25, the ones with 90, at least 90 opinion of you are guaranteed to accept. And 50, the ones with at least 80 opinion of you are guaranteed to accept. But that it's not valid for all of these decisions, only for the Imperial Federation one. So even if we spend 50 political power, there is still a chance that some of them refuse. Let's see, Canada accept, India accept, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. Okay, they all accepted. Let's see the Imperial trade. Again, let's spend maximum political power. Accept, 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 accept. Okay, that's pretty good. Accept. They all accepted. Go for the economy. Again, max political power. Accept, accept. Oh, see, in this case, Canada rejected. So it's not guaranteed in this case that they accept. One more, and then the important one. We saved all the political power for this to increase the chances that they all accept. And by the way, I was not showing you that, but each one of these things increases some of their things. In this case, it's war support and yeah, base war support, which is not great, but it's okay. It also increases our base war support. So these are all good buffs for us as well. And let's go for the Imperial Federation, the really important one. So here it's very important to spend maximum political power, and now we need all of them to accept. India accepted. By the way, be careful, because without Halifax as leader, India will always reject. So this is very important. South Africa is okay, Australia is okay, Canada is okay, New Zealand is okay. Which means the Imperial Federation was a success. From now on, all of our dominions will get a -3 daily autonomy progress gain, which means slowly we will be able to annex all of them. But slowly, because we need them all to be integrated puppets before we can actually pick the last focus, the Imperial Federation focus. And it will take maybe around 1 year to do that. Slightly more, probably. So in the meantime, we will have to take care of Japan. But if you want to speed up the process a little bit with dominions, what I would suggest doing, in addition to building in the dominions, is sending them convoys. Try to do it with the ones that are very high in terms of autonomy. Like, for example, South Africa is almost free. We don't like that. So 800 points. Let's go to South Africa. Start Lend-Lease. Send them convoys. And let's send them something like... I need to save some convoys for my own naval invasion, but I think we can spare like 1,000. Let's send 1,000 convoys to South Africa. And you can keep doing something like this over time as you build more convoys. That's also why it was so important to build convoys from the very beginning of the game, and we didn't build any other navies. Okay, at this point we can continue, and the next thing that will happen is Japan will declare war on the Dutch East Indies and Malaya, and then we'll take Japan.
Ready.
Didn't I tell my navy to go to Singapore and not to kill my divisions with attrition there? I think I did. Of course, whenever you can decrease the autonomy of your dominions.
Ready, sir.
Okay, Japan declare war on the Philippines, which means pretty soon we will be involved in this war as well.
Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, members of the Senate, of the House of Representatives, yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The United States was at peace with that nation, and at solicitation of Japan, still in conversation with its government and its emperor, looking toward the maintenance of peace in the Pacific. Indeed, 1 hour after the Japanese air squadrons had commenced bombing in the American island of Oahu, the Japanese ambassador to the United States and his colleague delivered to our Secretary of State a formal reply to a recent American message. While this reply stated,
Okay, Japan declare war on the Dutch East Indies. This is good because they are part of the Allies, so somebody should call us into this war soon. France did. Now we're at war with Japan. Japan is very easy to take care of, so we're going to split our fleet, set them on naval invasion support. Maybe actually, you know what we are going to do? We're going to do something a bit different this time. We're going to split them in a balanced way and then just assign all of them to naval invasion support in here. Let's do that. Even if you don't get the naval superiority right away, we'll get it very soon. That's already one. Sure, we'll get the second one soon as well. The French fleet will also come here soon. So. There we go. Naval superiority achieved. So let's start our naval invasion with tanks. Because why not?
I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost.
All in!
American ships have been reported torpedoed on the high seas between San Francisco and Honolulu. Yesterday,
And sometimes they have some divisions in Nagasaki, but they don't usually defend the rest of the coast, as you can see. So unfortunately for their divisions, they are not going to last very long.
Ready!
You can try to rush this area here. If they get some divisions in here, it can become a little bit more annoying.
Keep on attacking!
Very good.
the Japanese attacked.
All in! Move out!
The Japanese attacked Midway Island. Japan has undertaken a
And then we can change their front to be
extending through
here. And we can just rush Tokyo. This war is very easy. So, not with only two of them though.
of yesterday.
Ready, sir!
Today, speak for for themselves. The people of the United
This war is very easy, and once we get tanks, it's even faster. So
Move out!
we can literally rush everything they have.
Move out!
States' life and safety of our nation. As Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy,
Yes, sir!
I have directed the
Fall in!
but always
Ready!
will our whole nation
Ready!
of the character of the onslaught
Move out!
against us.
Ready!
Well, and as you can see, Japan is just being destroyed. And the big disadvantage of Japan is they don't have a lot of victory points, so they actually go down very fast. Or better, it's their victory points are all concentrated together, and their divisions are mostly in China and I guess in the Philippines. So once you disembark, well, there isn't much they can do. And Tokyo's taken, the war should be over. That's it. That's it for Japan. You will probably not have a big war score in this case, unfortunately. So just annex whatever you can. I always take Okinawa just because I spend my holidays there. It's a personal thing. No! I will not give it to you, Americans. Okinawa is mine. Give me Okinawa. Motherfuckers. Yes! Got Okinawa. Usually I can take Kyushu as well, but in this case the Americans wasted some of my points. I may not be able to get Kyushu. Okay, why not? Oh, the Americans again! So annoying. I cannot take Kyushu now. Oh, that's so sad. What can I take then? Nothing. I'll take some islands. Random islands. Hey, okay, I don't think there is much else that we can do here, so let's just maybe take some of their navy and confirm. Now here we create a little bit more war tension, but usually this is not enough to get back to 100% unless you justified some claims. Did we actually leave Japan alive? This is what the United States did. Yeah, okay. We balkanized Japan, or whatever. So at this point the run is literally over, in the sense that I don't think there is any chance that the war tension increases above 90%. So we don't have any options of further expansion unless the Soviet Union does something later in the game. I don't know. I never continued that long. So in our specific case though, this is about the Imperial Conference, the Imperial Federation. So we will continue until we can pick this focus. This will be edited out because there isn't really much interesting here. At this point you may also have to adjust production, yeah, a bit earlier than that because we produced way too many mechanized. But again, since the run is basically over, I will just show you the Imperial Federation and then we stop. Okay, and I believe Canada should be the last one, so we should be able to pick the Imperial Federation. So another 70 days and then we finally become the Commonwealth of Nations, I believe. Okay, 69, 70, and there we go. Imperial Federation completed, meaning now we are the Commonwealth of Nations, and of course it also means we have cores on all of these territories. They're all considered our core states. Not yet. Now, yes. Now they are. And that's, well, a lot of factories. But to be honest, I haven't been building for the past year, basically. So I was just waiting for this focus. We have a lot of manpower. And, well, we are pretty big and cool. Unfortunately, we cannot do anything with that because we cannot declare war on anyone. So this is the end of Democratic UK. Still, we achieved the Imperial Federation as we wanted. Now, guys, as I was mentioning, this is not the end for the UK, because with fascist UK, we can really get the most out of these. Not only we will integrate all of the dominions and get cores on all of them like we did now, with fascist United Kingdom, we'll also get cores on the United States, all of the United States. And we will also get cores on Italy, France and Germany in addition to Belgium, the Netherlands and Luxembourg, by creating the European Union. Fascist United Kingdom is the only country which is not democratic and which can form the European Union in addition to the Imperial Federation anchoring the United States. It is quite insane, and that one will be interesting. I will show you all of the strategies, so do not miss it. It will be coming next week, as usual. Other than that, guys, if you enjoyed this video, I know this second part wasn't a lot of action, but we still succeeded in what we wanted to do. So if you enjoyed this run, please do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it, or maybe if you have any other ideas for expansion. Maybe I missed something, maybe there is something in the focuses that we can use for other wars or something like that. So maybe there is a chance to continue this run. I do not think so, but let me know. And well, other than that, make sure not to miss the next video. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.